Hello, my name is Martyr, and this is Let's Play Boid, and thank you for watching. Boid is a class-based multiplayer RTS game, guys, or a real-time strategy game if you're not familiar with the acronym, guys. Some quick, obvious comparisons could be made for Boid. To be honest with you, it reminds me that somebody took Hero of Many, which is a game we did a video on way back, and Euphoria, which is another game we did a video on, and they kind of smashed them together. You know, you got that aspect of where you're under the sea and you're controlling like these sea creatures that you got from Hero of Many, but you also have that like kind of class-based warfare that we saw a little bit going on in Euphoria. But you know, it's a lot. I feel like it's a little bit more deeper than that. You can also make some comparisons to the Galcon games because the game is all about very quick decisions. But the game does have a deep tactical gameplay here. There's a lot of good potential for some RTS gaming here. But does the game accomplish that? Well, we'll see. It released on Steam Early Access January 2014, which of course means that the game is still currently in active development, and everything you see is subject to change and not a final representation of the game. It was developed by Mocus and published by Tinybuild. You can go ahead and buy into the Early Access right now on Steam for the first week sale price of $254, or after the first week $299 normally. Now, one thing about that price you gotta know about though is because this is early access and there isn't all the features not in yet into the game, that price will be raising as they add more features to the game. So if you're interested in it now and you think you're gonna get your bang for your buck, I would buy it now, and you'll get more out of it as they develop it farther. But you don't have to necessarily buy it if you're watching this video, because I will also be doing a giveaway of this game. Details for that in the description. All you gotta do is leave a comment, guys, and you could win your chance at getting Boid here, guys. So let's get into it. Enough of my blabbing. Let's start checking out the game here and all its features. We're gonna start off with the options menu, of course. One thing I will say right off the bat is I get a weird iOS app vibe from this entire menu setup. Like, it's like the options menu is this giant cog on the top right, and it feels very like it was made to be an app almost. I'm not sure if it's gonna be an app. I get a weird vibe from it is all. I could be totally barking up the wrong tree, but as far as, you know, options go, there is some nice options here. You have VSync, color blind mode, which they added recently. You have full resolution control, which is pretty nice. 4:3, 6:10, 16:9. Really nice stuff. And some audio sliders. Really not too terribly much, but you know, some nice little things that I'm kind of surprised by, like color blind mode. I think that's kind of nice of them to add that. You know, some games completely ignore that aspect of things. So other than that, though, there is quite a few things to check out. We're going to start off with the tutorial. We might play a couple matches with bots, and depending on how long those matches with bots take, we may do one online match, and you can see me get my ass kicked. But I do believe the tutorial does a good enough job of explaining what you need to do, but it also has a lack of telling you the fine detail of things. Which can be a little bit frustrating. I wish there was like a tutorial level number 2 to kind of explain like the fine details of things. And you'll see what I mean in a bit here. We're going to go ahead and start off by clicking and dragging. And basically, you kind of can imagine that the controls are very simplistic. There's no controller support here. You're going to be playing the game completely with your keyboard and mouse. And it's really simplistic control. Your basic objective is to, of course, conquer the entire map. Make it all green. Again, that's where you're going to see a lot of comparisons to like a Galcon game, for instance. But you know, there's a lot more to the game than that, and I could see what the developer is trying to accomplish here with the class system that you're going to see here in a second. So I'm going to take this class point, which is basically what this is. This isn't a spawner. There's two different kinds of things. There's like a spawner, and then there's like a Boid changer, class changer. Boid, by the way, stands for Organic Infestation Drone, if you're curious. And basically what these do is allow us to change our little swimmers, our little fish dudes, into a specific unit type. So right now, they are this unit's like a fast unit. They're really faster than the average unit. As you can see, they can move really quickly across the board. Now, because it has that RTS tactical vibe to it, everything has like a rock, paper, scissors effect. Fast units are good against ranged units. Ranged units are good against strong units. Strong units are good against, you know, you get the basic idea. Everything has a counter to it. So you're always going to want to keep your tactics in mind when it comes to combat, when you're making your decisions. If you invest completely into making, you know, nothing but fast units, you're going to get slaughtered because someone will basically adapt their strategy to whatever it is you're doing, if they're a decent player and know what they're doing, that is. and kind of, wipe you off the map or take over a base or whatever have you. But also from just the class-based system and how you're going to be working things, you also got to be very keenly aware of your bases, your spawners, because if you lose all your spawners, that's it. It's game over. It doesn't matter how many of these you have, unless you have like a lot of soldiers left over. If you lose all your spawners, you're in a really terrible position. And again, the gameplay is just very simplistic. You basically command your troops, you right-click, they go to a base, they annihilate the enemy, or die horribly. And then they slowly convert it. As you can see, a meter kind of forms around that particular point. As you can see right there, now it's green, poof, now I have crab units. One thing I will say that can be a little bit frustrating is that your units kind of automatically switch over to something if you send them to a particular point. So all of my... fast troopers that were there just got turned into a bunch of crabs. So I need to produce new crabs or send these guys back to the original point to turn them back into fast-moving troops. And that can get a little bit frustrating. I wish there was a way to kind of lock out your troops from evolving and changing. I wish they would just kind of stay what they are depending on the situation. It can just really screw you over when you send all of your units to conquer a middle point, a choke point, and then you find yourself with a few dozen units of one particular thing that you did not want to happen. As far as I'm aware, there's currently no way to make that happen. At least I don't think. I don't think there is. I think all these numbers on the side do is let you control the number of units that you're commanding of that particular type. So as you can see, basically we can control 1 or 2 or 10. And this also gives you an example of all the different kinds of classes there is. The normal bubble type guys basically are these guys right up here. These guys are explosive. We'll get into that actually a little bit later. But as far as the UI go, it's very simplistic. Matter of fact, the game itself is very simplistic. Graphically speaking, you can kind of roll your mass out and get a good view of the board. Even though you can't command all your troops from this view. I wish you could. That would be fantastic. But I can also see that offering a little bit of a tactical advantage. I can see the point of being kind of zoomed in, not completely aware of everything that's going on. You can also move the camera with WASD. You don't necessarily have to move your mouse around the screen, or you can click on the mini-map too, which works pretty well. But I find that WASD is basically the best way to go. But that's kind of it as far as, UI goes. It's really simplistic. Nothing too complicated. And this is basically the entire tutorial right here. It's just teaching you how to kind of move troops and how to conquer areas, and we're going to go ahead and conquer this guy's unit next because these areas should open up. Okay, hold on. We got to do that first. Okay, there we go. Now my troops are going to start going to conquer theirs. You're going to send these guys over here. Oh boy, how are we doing up here? Did we conquer this already? Good, we did conquer it. Fantastic. Now these troops will back up those troops. We'll send more crabbies. More crabbies! More crabby patties! And then we'll send all of these fast troops towards his last spawner. We don't even necessarily need to take this. Even though, I mean, we can. We can take this. And you'll see all these troops get converted into, again, from crabs to suddenly they're all of the, fast trooper type. And now they're going to fly across over there and wipe out his troops. And that'll be the end of the tutorial. And the thing is that the tutorial really does only a very basic job of telling you what to do. It doesn't talk to you about base upgrades. It doesn't talk to you about abilities. It doesn't talk to you about any of that stuff that's listed under this spot right here, which is unit information. It doesn't talk to you about what this is. It doesn't tell you what freeze does. It doesn't tell you what clear does. It doesn't tell you what teleport does. And I just find that kind of a little bit confusing. I don't understand why these features are in and they're not explained in the tutorial. But again, it's in early access, so I can't hold it against the game too terribly much. It was just something I kind of found confusing, especially because in the boards that you play against bots, which I'm not going to lie, that's kind of what I primarily play. There is an online mode, and that works fantastically, I will add. But there's none of those features are included in any of the bot matches, which is a little weird, because that's kind of how I experienced the game mostly, is just through those bot matches. But you do have those features available too. You do have the freeze ability and clear and all that stuff, but those are just in very specific maps, which we'll check out here in a bit. But like I said, these are all the classes here. You have your basic troops, your crabs, which we've already seen, your scouts, you have like your gunner troops, you have these exploding units, they're kind of like suicide bombers. You have venom units, which are kind of basically have dots. Dots are damage over time, if you're unfamiliar with that acronym. You have medic units, which are kind of like support units. And then you have leech units, which are also another type of support unit. to help out your main forces. And that's basically it as far as the 8 classes go. So you can see what I mean. It kind of has like this Euphoria feel to it all. It has like these different classes, and then you're going around and conquering things. And it's really just kind of simplistic, but at the same time, difficult to master, I guess is the best way to describe it. So we're going to do some bot matches, and we'll probably see me get my ass kicked. I'm okay at the game. I'm not really a master of real-time strategy games. I think I'm okay at the most. We'll start on easy because I'm a wuss. Graphically speaking, like I said, it really reminds me of Hero of Many, and that is a compliment. I loved Hero of Many. I thought it was a fantastic game, and this game does a really good job of making this underwater sea, feeling to it pretty awesome. It also has this cloud of war effect, as you can see. It's kind of like this web kind of thing going on here. That's a little strange. Oh gosh, dang it! Would you go this way? Ignore them. Go this way. For God's sakes, I said go that way. Oh my God, they died. They all died. That's wonderful. That's just freaking wonderful. Go there and conquer the base. Why do I sound like that? Why am I yelling like that? I don't understand. No! That's fine. Okay, good. That's going to start spawning units for me. And I'm going to leave those units kind of spawning there because... Well, actually, no, we could probably take that. Yeah, let's take it. No, go. Go here. Okay. Now, these units are going to go over here and conquer these. These are basically kind of like ranged units. They're good against... crabs or I think it's actually they're used against strong troops basically. So we're going to conquer that. We're going to go over here and conquer this. Now those units should get slaughtered by my crabs. That doesn't sound right. Those units are going to get slaughtered by my crabs. Yeah, if you say that to a girl, she's going to be really upset. Hey baby, I'm going to slaughter your units with my crabs. What'd you say? Anyways, I'm getting off subject. Graphically speaking, the game's pretty awesome. Musically, I don't really hear anything. I don't understand that. I'm like, did the music just die? No, there's just no music currently. It's a little weird. I will admit. I don't know why there's no music currently, but the sound effects are pretty solid. If slightly underpronounced, I will say. I wish there was a little bit more, sound effects going on here. Those guys are going to die. Oh, they took my base. I wasn't paying attention. And you see what happens? You just don't pay attention for 2 seconds, and suddenly you're getting your ass handed to you, So we're going to start producing more troops here. We need to produce more crabs. I need more crabs, guys. More crabs. More crabs. Okay, we're going to produce more blasters. We're going to send these units that way. Oh, no, they took it. Those bastards, they took it back. That was unfortunate. That's okay, though, because we're going to be able to send more troopers that way. Oh, they're totally ripping me apart over there. That's okay. I'm going to take all of these crab forces. I'm going to take that extra base. And then send all these units that way. And this is kind of the game. You just need to make quick decisions. Act really quickly. You can't, sit on your laurels. Otherwise, you will be kind of decimated pretty much instantly. It looks like we're going to be able to take that spawn point, which is fantastic. We're taking this one as we speak. I'm going to send troopers there. I'm going to send these troopers towards their final point. Now, this is a point where I wish I could grab, like, all of my units. Because I kind of want to just head straight for their last spawner with all of my troops. But I can't, there's no button to grab all your troops. You kind of need to individually command them all. And this should be it. Unless they pull off some sort of genius tactical move, this fight's kind of over. They're not going to have enough troops to defend themselves. And I'm pretty sure we're just going to conquer them right here. Again, this is on easy though. I'm not, some super genius here. I've just got a basic understanding of the concepts in the game. And you can basically also see that there's only a limited number of classes per board, which is one of the things that I think is a little bit of a strange thing when it comes to this game. I think they should allow you to specifically conquer a point and then choose maybe a class that you want to bring into the board. Because as you can see, basically, here, I'll take you to the online map. And this will give you a good view of all the different kinds of maps. And there is a lot of different kinds of maps. You can see that each board, like Enclave, for instance, which is the one we just played, only has 2 classes on it, which it has the blasters and the crabs. And those are the only 2 classes currently available on that board, which kind of only allows for a certain amount of strategies to be used and formed. So like for instance in Crossroads, you have Blasters, Scouts, and Crabs, the 3 basic classes that you'll need to kind of play the game. I just wish it would be kind of cool if you could kind of conquer a point and then maybe change it to something. Like, you're like, okay, well, instead of Crabs, I want Suicide Troopers, or I want Medics to support my fast-moving army, or, you know, whatever have you. I wish it would, because the game, they want it to be, you know, a deeply tactical RTS game, and it does have that capability of it. It's really deeply tactical and very fast-paced, but because you're so limited sometimes because of the map itself, you're kind of forced to just use certain strategies. So it's a little weird for me, I will say. I just wish there was a little bit more versatility in the game. But again, it's in early access. That's something they maybe add in the future and change things up with. As you can see, there's just a lot of different kinds of maps. Some of them have the other features that were not mentioned, like freeze or revert. And there's a lot of different kinds of map here. I will say that there is a lot of versatility here, so that way they can kind of counterbalance that entire you being stuck to use only certain strategies. So like we can go into circumvent, and we'll get the, I think that's base turrets. I'm not really sure. I haven't messed around with those features too much because I haven't done too many online matches. We'll do one more bot match and then we'll probably wrap it up. We'll do I kind of want to do something different. I want to do blast radius, and I'll give you an example of different kinds of troops. And maybe if we have enough time, we'll do an online match. I'd like to do an online match because I think it'll give you a good idea of what the tactical combat's like. But then again, I don't want to make this like a half-hour long video. So depending on how long it takes me to conquer this map, we'll see how long we'll do that or not. Okay, so it looks like we're gonna have blasting troops. Is that what that is? That's not crabs. Yeah, those are ranged troops. That's fine. So those are good against scouts. So we're going to want to send it, I think, this way. We're going to want to send all of our troops, not necessarily in the middle. We're going to go around kind of like in a circle. He has suicide troopers, which we're going to go ahead and just keep constantly entertained with suicide runs, because otherwise, you can see right here, see, he's going to start trying to kill my troops. And that's one thing I will say that suicide troopers are kind of funny about, is that they kind of automatically explode and die a horrible death. So we're going to see what happens over here. We should be able to conquer that. I feel like we probably could take that. Okay, fantastic. We caught another spawn point. That always makes me happy. Now I'm going to go over here and conquer this. I'm just keeping these guys entertained. Now we got another spawner. I don't know exactly where he's at. He's up there. Okay. So maybe really quickly, if we launch a surprise attack, we can take his last spawner. And end this match, like, really quick. Oh, wow, look at that. Look at that. We got that immediately. That's fantastic. That makes me very happy. He's going to try to sneak in there and grab all that. I'm going to send these guys actually over here because I want to have fast troops. Okay, we're going to send those guys there. We'll take that from them. Right now, he cannot really do anything. He has, like, no defense. We're kind of just whomping his butt. Again, I'm not going to be celebrating. I'm not going to be patting myself on the back too much. I mean, after all, it's on easy, so... I think, you know, does he have anything else? Does he have anything else? Oh, that's it. We won. We won pretty early. We actually didn't even take over the entire map. We conquered him pretty quickly there. And that's just an example of just the different types of matches that can take place. As far as, you know, other features go right now, there is no Steamy goodness. There's no Steam cards, no Steam achievements. But I imagine that's something that will be added later on as the game gets developed. It looks like some planned features are a map editor, which I think will be pretty freaking awesome. Allow you to create your own custom maps. And I think that kind of covers it as far as features goes. There is online multiplayer, and I will say that for an early access game, all of the features that are currently in work very well. They're very quick. They basically respond very quickly. Usually you can find somebody playing, like I found about 30 players earlier playing. I'm going to do a quick online map, which means I'm going to get destroyed here. I actually played against this guy earlier. He's probably going to laugh at me. Let's see. I have no idea. Let's go ahead and come over here, try to take this. I've never played this particular board, so I'm probably going to flub it up. Let's go get that. What is that? What is that? What does that do? Did I keep, oh, they gave me like some sort of power. Oh, it shows up on the left part of the UI, which is pretty freaking sweet. Okay, cool. So we're going to want to send these troops probably to that spawner over there. And we could start building more? Is that kind of it? Like we can get access to more? That's pretty nice. I will say that's pretty nice. Let's see how I do in this match. We're probably going to get slaughtered, like I said. I don't expect to do well, because I'm not really that great at tactical RTS games, guys. And chances are this guy probably knows way more than I'm doing. We'll see what happens, though. Maybe I'll get lucky. I'm thinking, because strong is not necessarily the best thing to do. We're going to want to sneak attack him as fast as possible. And whoopsie! That was a mistake. My bad. I will edit that out later. We're gonna try to like a smash, smash and grab type strategy here. So I'm gonna take all these troops, and I'm actually gonna aim straight for his spawner. Now the thing is I could take that spawner, yes, but will I be able to keep it? That is the question. Let's see how my attack goes. I don't think he's gonna see this coming in a million years. Holy crap! Oh my god. He has just so... I think he was playing the exact same strategy as I was. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to freeze his troops. And then rip them apart. Take this from him. Oh, he did the exact same thing to me. I gotta make quick decisions. Okay, so far we're doing good. I'm gonna freeze all those troops, and I'm gonna aim for the last spawner. Let's see if I can take his last spawner while he's kind of distracted. I'm hoping yes. He's attacking me. He's attacking my troops. That's okay. We're doing pretty good, actually. Oh my god, I keep moving the camera around. You can see there's just utter chaos. I'm probably going to have to edit this together a little bit better. I apologize for all that. Dang it. Let's see if I can win this here. I might be able to just kill his last troops and end this map. I'm not really sure. Right now he is trying to take spawners back. And I think I might have won this match. Oh! Oh! Go! Yes! We win! Oh, yes! Sweet victory, even though I completely botched that on camera. We won. We did a good job there, guys. That gives a kind of example, even though I screwed it up completely. I apologize for my clicking. It's just mad clicking, guys. Sometimes it's that type of game. You just want to get your heart pounding and kind of click around, guys. There's features that I think this game could use. I would like a campaign mode. I'd like there to be more than just 1 versus 1, a 2 versus 2, and a better tutorial. I think would definitely benefit from this for this game, guys. But again, it's an early access, so a lot of things are going to be changing, and hopefully it'll get a little bit more developed, guys. Like I said, replay value really all depends on how much you enjoy RTS games. And I haven't really ran into a single bug, so I will give it credit on that part. It's really awesome. It's bug-free. and all the features in the game work extremely well, guys. So big thanks to the developer for a chance to check out this title. Thank you for watching. Remember to subscribe and share, guys. I'll keep bringing you awesome indie games, guys. Remember to comment down below for that giveaway, guys. Till next time, play more indie games.